What's up, guys? Tristan here, and today what I wanted to do is come in and tell you guys something I usually don't really talk about, I guess, on my channel, and that's Crucible. And usually I try and stay away from it because it kind of brings out the worst in me. Sometimes I get really competitive while I'm playing, and it's just something that I really try and stay away from. But today I got a message from somebody asking me, what can I do to win more gunfights in Crucible? What can I do to win more gunfights, especially in like Trials of Osiris and in Iron Banner, and just in general become a better player. Now, I've played Destiny for ages. I believe I have almost 1,800, or I have over 1,800 hours played on this game, which, if you guys are watching this, you're thinking, oh, well, he doesn't have a life, which, you could say that, or I could just tell you I'm a really broke college student. But anyways, getting better at Destiny or getting better at Crucible is basically depending on who you ask. It's very dependent, it's very opinion based. It all depends on what kind of classes you play as, what kind of strengths and weaknesses those classes have, and it depends overall on your playstyle. I can't tell you about really Warlocks or Titans. I only played them long enough to get the Grimoire for them, and I spend most of my time playing on my Hunter, which you guys can see on the screen. That's who I'm playing as right now, and I can tell you more about like a Hunter playstyle of how to do better in Crucible. Now, this all depends on, like I said, personal playstyle. I'm playing really reserved right now, which I'm going to get into later in the video, but that playstyle depends on what weapon you use as well. If you're playing reserved and you're using a last word, you're not getting as much accuracy as you could be, and you're not getting as much of an advantage out of that gun as you could be if you're playing reserved, because you're going to be sitting farther back. You're going to be trying to kill people and stay away from where they're going to be at their biggest advantage. So right now when I'm using this messenger, I'm using it at a long range, I'm using it at its medium range, and everything that comes up close to me I'm able to take out using this matador, which, as you guys can see, I'm kind of crouching around corners in these high traffic areas, just picking up these easy kills while people are more focused on the teammates that are kind of sticking out in these really high traffic areas, over by these stairs or over on the other side of the map. Now, besides all this different stuff, using your weapons and trying to stay up on what you're doing for your playstyle, you also have to be really aware of what's been nerfed, what's a really good kind of gun, what's a really bad kind of gun. When the game first came out, the Suros regime was king. Everyone really loved that gun. You were able to just destroy people with it. It gave you health bonuses. It, like, basically, I believe back when I played that, if I was playing somebody and they jumped, they would never touch the ground again. It was just that good. They wouldn't be able to hit you back, they wouldn't be able to kill you, and you just basically were guaranteed a free kill. Now, nowadays, all those auto rifles are gone. You can't really use anything up against the Thorn or against the Last Word. They all have these really fast kill times, and you really have to play to your strengths and be smarter than your opponent instead of running straight on in, especially if you're going up against what I call a firing squad, where you've got 2 or 3 different people, especially up in that doorway where you can see the Blade Dancer coming out right now. I know there was 2 or 3 different of them teammates, of their teammates, just sitting there waiting to just kill everyone. So you have to make sure that you pick a gun where you're going to be in your best advantage and it's not crap. So right now, like I said, using a pulse rifle is actually fitting the build pretty well because it has lots of damage behind it. This one in particular has a huge amount of impact, and it's just able to get the job done and make sure that I get out of there alive, as well as delivering a really big punch. So also having the third eye blind, or the third eye blind, that one song that everyone liked from 2010, I think, the third eye perk gives me a really big advantage to be able to look around. So using those different perks and stuff, you can also tell yourself, I need to be using this gun, or I need to be using this gun in order to, use it to its most effectiveness. Using this pulse rifle along with Blade Dancer is very effective because you're able to use what I call arc bolt nade shots, I guess, or just nade shots. If you've played Halo for a really long time, you know what that is. And that's where you're able to throw a grenade down on the ground. That grenade will damage your enemy enough for you to basically just, smack him in the face once with one shot or one burst and kill that person. Now, if you're playing Crucible, you need to know too that your guns aren't necessarily the most important choice when you're playing. They're a very strong contributor to how well you're going to do, but it also matters what kind of gun you're going to be using and what kind of armor you're going to be using. if you're playing Trials of Osiris, one really good thing that you can do if you're a hunter or if you're a Titan is use something that gives you back grenades. Titans have really overpowered grenades. They're, I believe, the lightning grenades. Basically, you can close down hallways, you can close down different areas of the map just by sticking a grenade on the wall. And if you're using the Armamentarium, starting off with 2 grenades in the beginning of the match basically gives you a free kill, especially if you're playing some of these different game modes where, you know, you only get 1 life and you get these different walls that basically point straight towards the high traffic areas. Now, like I said, using these different guns is really important. Right now my playstyle doesn't really call for using a gun where I need to nade shot, but if you were using this gun right now, I'm using the Radiant Dance Machines. Using this in single point sling on this gun gives me this huge advantage. I'm able to move around really fast, keep enemies from being able to hit me in the head, as well as just overall being able to dodge and avoid and be able to get those headshots really fast, really accurately, and get me those extra kills. Now, when you're using these armor combos, it all depends on your class. I've seen so many times where Warlocks especially will use Gallinades, I guess is what the slang term is for it, where you'll use your Void Fang vestments and the scatter grenades. Those are really powerful. If you can get your hands on those work really well for Warlocks at least. But probably one of the most important parts of a class is the movement. Titans, unfortunately, are going to miss out on this. There's no blink for any Titans, and if you're using a Warlock, you can only blink if you're using the Void tree, I believe, the Void perk. But it's just one of these really good things that people kind of overlook, or they think, oh, it's too hard to use, it's too hard to learn, I don't want to deal with it. And Blink, sadly, is really hard to learn, but at the same point in time, it's probably one of the only things that I've ever seen that can just instantly get you away from trouble. Like getting away from things like, oh, I don't know, like a Titan Smash, or getting away from a Nova Bomb. I've done it many times. Just happen to be blinking away and haven't been hit. It just saves your life over and over again. And if you learn how to use it, you'll be thanking yourself. So using Blink is very good at keeping you alive, which is the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about in doing well in Crucible, is staying alive. If you guys have been watching this whole thing, I know I've put in a few different clips talking about what things are good and why they're good, but in this clip, I think I used Blade Dancer around 6 or 8 times. I can't remember for certain, but the reason why I'm able to get so many kills in this game and not die is because a lot of times I'm picking up these different points using my messenger because it's really powerful, but I'm also staying alive and picking up all these orbs from my teammates, you know, using the map to my advantage and just getting out of trouble and just, you know, like I said, picking up all of these orbs. If you can stay alive, your teammates can make you orbs, you get insta-kills from your super. So those are some of the best ways to do better in Crucible. I hope it helps you guys out a lot. You know, I really hope that some of these videos help you in Crucible, help you in PvE, and just in general, I hope you enjoy the video. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or opinions, put them down in the comment section. I'll see you next time.